In light of the fact that the legitimacy of Welcome to Plathville is being called into doubt, I am persuaded that the show ought to be terminated. Due to the fact that I have been following the show from the very beginning, I am well versed in all of the drama that occurs both on and off screen. Fans have been enthralled by the television show Welcome to Plathville ever since it made its debut in November of 2019, and the 6th season is presently being broadcast. The Plath family, which includes their parents Barry and Kim Plath, as well as 8 of their 10 children consisting of Ethan, Mariah, Micah, Lydia, Isaac, Amber, Cassia, and Mercy Plath, is the subject of the popular reality show that airs on TLC on a weekly basis. In total, there are 10 Plath children. However, the middle son, Joshua Plath, passed away in 2008, and the oldest sibling, Hosanna Plath, has decided not to take part in the show for whatever reason. Kim homeschooled all of the children, and the Plath parents brought up their children in a religious and extremely conservative setting all throughout their childhood. The children were taken in by Barry and Kim, who took refuge on a farm in the Georgian town of Cairo. There has been a significant shift in the dynamic of the Plath family over the course of the past 6 seasons, as well as in Kim and Barry's ability to accept change. On the other hand, I maintain a firm belief that there are aspects of the show that, at this point in time, render it no longer a quality reality television program. Olivia and Ethan are no longer in a relationship. In the first season of Welcome to Plathville, the eldest son Ethan had just recently tied the knot with Olivia Plath. Both of them were breaking free from their own traditional backgrounds and trying a lot of new things together when they got married at a young age, which made their marriage that much more joyful. Due to the fact that Olivia was a well-established wedding photographer, she had more experience in the world than Ethan did when they entered into marriage. In the beginning of the season, they shared a home in Cairo. Later, they relocated to Tampa with Mariah and Olivia's brother. After that, they moved to Minnesota on their own. Ethan and Olivia, a couple that appeared on TLC, distanced themselves from one another and began to harbor resentment toward one another as the seasons progressed. With particular reference to the fact that Olivia held Kim and Barry in the highest regard, as well as the manner in which Ethan was raised. Her criticism of Ethan's viewpoints was extremely harsh. Ethan was torn between the want to have a relationship with his family and the desire for his marriage to Olivia to be successful, which certainly made for entertaining reality television. Ethan's unwavering commitment to upholding traditional values, as well as Olivia's urge that he broaden his perspective, were 2 other factors that contributed to the discord that existed inside their marriage. Ultimately, I believe that their disagreements, which included Olivia's refusal to have any kind of relationship with the Plaths, as well as their constantly divergent perspectives and aspirations for their lives, were the driving force behind their decision to divorce. Given that Ethan and Olivia's marriage has been a significant plot point across all 6 seasons of Welcome to Plathville, the storyline has become fragmented as a result of their decision to end their marriage. Olivia and the Plaths have finally put an end to their drama. Both the fundamental drama of Welcome to Plathville, which was the relationship between Ethan and Olivia, and the feud that existed between Olivia and the Plath family, ended when Ethan and Olivia divorced. The fact that Olivia ended up having a disagreement with everyone by the 5th season was something that appeared to be beneficial for Olivia personally in terms of her limits. Nevertheless, I believe that it was not beneficial for the drama of the reality program. Olivia's first disagreement with Kim and Barry was about the manner in which they brought up their children. When Olivia made the accusation that Kim had used Ethan's credit cards, the breach between Kim and Olivia grew even deeper. From that point on, all of the Plath children, with the exception of Ethan, came together in support of their mother to refute the claims. In addition, Mariah and Olivia had a disagreement because Mariah accused Olivia of stealing her music, and Micah had severe thoughts of Olivia as a person who was toxic and unyielding. Without the several stressful moments that occurred between Olivia and the Plaths, the show would have been short in vital drama. Without these moments, the show would have been lacking in bread and butter. Olivia is currently living in a world that is entirely her own on the program, and the only drama that is going to arise for her is the way that her sister Lydia Grace thinks about her new relationship, which will be exposed to the audience in the following episode. Olivia needed to be a part of the mix with the Plaths in order for Welcome to Plathville to be relevant. At this point, I am of the opinion that the show is pulling out all the stops, which is why I believe it ought to be terminated. The breakup of Kim and Barry brought about a change in the show. During the 4th season of Welcome to Plathville, Kim and Barry made the announcement to the entire globe as well as to their children that they were going to separate and seek a divorce. I am aware that this was a significant setback for the show, but it did take it in an intriguing route with regard to the drastically altered dynamics of the Plath family. But by the time we reach the 6th season, I am positive that the rift has been resolved. The reins of forceful and authoritarian parenting that Barry and Kim have been enforcing for several years are no longer in place. There have been a number of manufactured moments in the film Welcome to Plathville. One more significant issue that I feel compelled to bring up in relation to the television show Welcome to Plathville on TLC is the increased quantity of fabricated drama that has been presented to viewers in the 6th season. During one episode, Olivia had a scenario that seemed to be a setup. It was a sex education party that she organized, and the guests were folks who happened to be Micah's old buddies from Los Angeles. Not only that, but the Plath family is getting together twice this season as a whole unit despite the divorce, and those events give the impression that production is putting those settings in place to further the show's purpose now that Olivia is no longer a part of the Plath picture. It is my firm belief that the current season of Welcome to Plathville is not performing up to expectations, and the show does not possess sufficient dramatic value on its own to justify the continuation of the series. Nevertheless, a great number of viewers have developed an attachment to the experience of witnessing the Plath family develop before their very eyes, and it is feasible that Season 6 will not be the final season, despite the fact that I believe there are credible grounds for it to stop.